Welcome to True Facts about JFK. John Fitzgerald Kennedy was born May 29, 1917, in Brookline, Massachusetts. JFK is not to be confused with Doc Brown from the feature film Back to the Future. I made that mistake once. I was embarrassed. I digress. John Fitzgerald Kennedy was born to Joseph Patrick Kennedy Sr. and Mother Rose Kennedy. He was one of 9 children. His many siblings included politician Robert F. Kennedy and Senator Ted Kennedy. His brother Joe Kennedy Jr. was tragically killed in World War II. JFK was too a hero of World War II. He single-handedly brought down Nazi Germany by killing Adolf Hitler. Oh, wait. That information is not correct. Retraction. Well, what really happened? Well, that sounds boring compared to what I just said. I'll say it anyways. JFK was a PT boat captain in the United States Navy. PT Boat 109. He did indeed receive rewards of heroism for saving his crew after being rammed by a Japanese carrier. See, that's boring compared to the Hitler thing, but, I can't control it. Following in his family's footsteps, John Fitzgerald Kennedy took to the House of Representatives for 6 years between 1946 and 1952. He then was elected to be the United States Senator from the years 1952 to 1960. Within this time period, a major event happened for little Jackie. He was married to Jacqueline Kennedy in 1953. Isn't it romantic? This proves everyone can find love. JFK soon set his sights on the presidential office. He was selected as the candidate for the 1960 election, along with running mate and Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, sometimes called LBJ. His opponent in the presidential race was Richard Nixon. JFK went on to win the presidential office by a small margin. He was inaugurated on January 20th, 1961, and in his speech he said the famous words, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." What is that not a good JFK impression? Well, why don't you try it? It's not that easy, It's microphone. Alright, that's what I thought. As with every presidency, that of JFK was not short of trials and tribulations. In response to the dictatorship and communistic government of Fidel Castro, JFK ordered on April 17, 1961, 1,500 troops into Cuba into what is now known as the Bay of Pigs invasion. 24 million swine were injured. Wait, is that not correct? No, who gave you that information? Jim. Why'd you trust Jim? He doesn't even work here anymore. I retract. No pigs were harmed in the Bay of Pigs invasion in Cuba. The Bay of Pigs was considered a major failure for the United States of America. Communism was not overthrown. Fidel was still in power. There were over 1,000 prisoners, and over 100 Americans were killed, as well as several planes shot down. That was not successful, do you think? I don't think so either, thank you. The prisoners were soon returned from a deal from Robert F. Kennedy, JFK's brother. What's some brotherly love? Family ties here. The prisoners were brought back to America and all was well. Well, except for the fact the communism still reigned in Cuba and Castro was still in power, but that is life. Sadly, not everyone was in favor of the presidency of John Fitzgerald Kennedy. In November of 1963, JFK went to Dallas, Texas. While there and traveling in his convertible in his motorcade, he was shot and killed by former Marine Lee Harvey Oswald. Oswald was killed 2 days later before his trial by Jack Ruby. Conspiracy still shrouds that fateful day in November of 1963. If there is one thing we can learn from the life and times and presidency of John Fitzgerald Kennedy, it's this: with great hair comes great responsibility. Who wrote that?